Last week, the professional wrestling world lost a superstar, a legend, and a Hall of Famer. And Amarillo lost a community leader and a lifelong son. Of course, we're talking about the one and only Terry Funk. Friends and family have gathered here for his funeral tomorrow. KMR Local 4's Jack Kessler takes a look back at the hardcore icon's career and legacy and shares some of one of his interviews with you.
I loved the business ever since I was 5 years old. I was out at Boys Ranch. They had wrestling out there. When I was 5 years old, I was out on the mat wrestling. You know, loved it. I wanted to grow up to be a wrestler. You know, I wanted to grow up to be like my daddy.
Terry D. Funk was born in Indiana, but he was Amarillo raised. Son of the legendary Dory Funk Sr., Terry would blaze his own trails in the wrestling business after debuting for his father's promotion, Western State Sports, in 1965, after graduating from West Texas State University.
If you wanted to go ahead and get into business, you may not get in it. But if you go there, that's the place to go.
A decade later, Funk would become the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. He held the title for 18 months.
It was not only a great honor, it was a hell of a responsibility. And the responsibility was, come rain or shine, you know, the champion was wrestling probably 5 nights a week, 52 weeks a year at that time.
Funk and his brother Dory Jr. to this day are the only brothers to have won both the NWA World Championship. Also in the 1970s, the Funks established a partnership with All Japan Pro Wrestling, deepening American-Japanese wrestling relations.
Why it was so wonderful is because of what it is. It's a country over there that loves wrestling. We were some of the first guys to be accepted by the people over there.
Funk would continue to grow his legacy in the 1980s as he would head to the World Wrestling Federation, where he and Dory would compete at WrestleMania 2. He would eventually challenge WWF World Heavyweight Champion Hulk Hogan on multiple occasions. Funk would finish out the 1980s in World Championship Wrestling, where he would compete against the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair. The 1990s would see Funk endorse and embrace a new brand of hardcore wrestling in both Japan and in the U.S. with Extreme Championship Wrestling.
It grew very slowly, but I've always been a Bolshevik. I'm always pulling for the dogs. I always have been that way.
Funk would continue to wrestle with an occasional retirement until 2017, while also reaching back and helping the next guy.
I've always found my students already within the business. Student to me is a guy that's been in the business for I don't know how long, and asked me to watch his match, rides with me or something, and then I'll give him a whole lot of information on himself. Either chew his out or tell him he's done a pretty good job.
Funk is in multiple Hall of Fames across the world, including the Panhandle Sports Hall of Fame, the Hall of Champions at WT, the WWE Hall of Fame, and more.
I did it my way, and that's the most important thing. I did it my way.
Terry Funk's service is scheduled for tomorrow. Brooks funeral directors say the graveside ceremony will be private. To learn more about how Funk helped more fellow wrestlers here in the Amarillo area, we spoke with Top of Texas owner Jack Logan. You can see that interview over on our website, myhighplains.com.